All right, so thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you very much, Charlie, for the introductions. So we're just going to introduce Mattagami Aki. So Mattagami Aki, it's guided by the 7 grandfather teachings and a commitment to transparency, sustainability, and community prosperity. We tirelessly strive to create local employment opportunities and manage businesses in collaboration with partners like Aki Caron, like Aki Moreau, amongst many others. Excellent. So established in 2018, Mattagami Aki LP is a 100% band-owned special purpose vehicle, or SPV, delivering community participation in business and contracting opportunities, specifically at the Côté Gold Project. Mattagami Aki LP is a limited partnership between Mattagami First Nation and Mattagami Aki General Partner Inc., and conducts all the business on behalf of the general partner, including entering in agreements relating to the Côté Gold Project. So ingrained in our workplace philosophy, we've ingrained the 7 grandfather teachings. We've kind of reiterated them so they fit more of a corporate office setting, but we rely on these to make sure that the tone of the atmosphere and the way we do business is a little bit different, but definitely represents our community's values and culture. Excellent. So this is just a review of our corporate structure, how this company is set up. So like I mentioned before, Mattagami First Nation is 100% owner of the Mattagami Aki General Partner. The limited partnership is a partnership formed between the general partner and Mattagami First Nation. And the limited partner is our active company. So that's our office, that's our staff, that's our benefit agreements. That's where we do business. Our general partner is more governed by our board of directors. Through the limited partnership, we work on various different agreements, such as joint ventures, teaming agreements, MOUs, limited partnerships, and service agreements. Service agreements are more like a JV, but specifically developed for a certain scope or a certain project. Okay, in the last 3 years, we're able to develop 2 LPs, or limited partnerships, where Mattagami First Nation would be the majority owners. These 2 companies are Aki Caron and Aki Moreau. In 2020, Aki announced a strategic partnership with Caron Equipment. Aki Caron, it's our flagship entity on the Côté Gold Project. Caron has been our staple partner to Mattagami First Nation before the current project. The collaboration has been a success and will continue to excel and provide many opportunities to our community. Just in the last few years, some of the projects that we worked on at the Côté Gold Project was the tree clearing, the earthworks in multiple capacities, working on the batch plant in partnership with Fournier. We did the test pitting. For Aki Moreau, Aki Moreau is a limited partnership, and they're instrumental in the construction of mining projects. In particular, for Côté Gold, they completed a majority of the mill construction, provided services throughout the duration of that construction contract as well. So they were in charge of a lot of the SMPEI, so the crushing, conveying, process area, and grinding area. They also provided scaffolding services through many of the contracting opportunities across the site. As well as our LPs, we do have a list of open book partners. We do have a list of partners that we do work with at Côté Gold, as many as other sites as well. There's too many to list, but just to mention our open book partners that we're currently working with on contracts at Côté Gold, Tisdale Bus Lines, NAN JV, Vallard, Wags Petroleum, Suncor, and Petro-Canada Lubricants, SGS Canada, Advanced Security, ASP, and again, Aki Caron and Aki Moreau. This is a list of more or less our community partnerships. So not only do these partnerships serve the Côté Gold Project, they're active across the traditional territory of Mattagami First Nation. And I mentioned the service agreements earlier. Just throughout the last 3 years on the Côté Gold project, Mattagami and Flying Post, we hold over 80 service agreements. So we're working with a vast variety of companies providing job opportunities, subcontracting opportunities, opportunities to visit our community. There's just too many to list on there, but what it's done is it's provided our community with lots of opportunities to be employed in the certain field that they want to be employed in, have training provided, move up in those fields, and also allow our subcontractors to be working on whatever projects that they need to be working on. The amount of opportunities that we've seen over the last 3 years has been astronomical, and with many more projects upcoming, we're hoping to see that once again.
All right, thank you, Tim. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for being here. I see a few familiar faces in the crowd, and I'd like to welcome those that are new. It just seems like it was just yesterday that myself and Tim here were sitting in a small office in Mattagami, thinking about how we can make Aki successful within the community. When we started, it was about 3 years ago in the middle of a pandemic. We were assigned to the role, and we didn't even have a bank account set up at the time, and now we are managing several partnerships and working within the industry. I'd like to acknowledge the community for their support from leadership, and support from organizations like WABN and advocating on behalf of First Nation communities to make this all happen. So, some of the few things that we do, and Tim kind of touched base on it, but by participating in industry, we're able to generate revenues, invest those monies into community, derive community benefits from contractors, and then reinvest that. What I would like to touch on most, and this is key to us, and this is some work that Mattagami First Nation has been doing. So we've actually developed a community comprehensive plan, and we've done that through community engagement, and that's laid a roadmap for companies like Aki to be able to participate within the community. So with that comprehensive plan, we've actually developed a 4-year strategic plan off of that, which aligns with Mattagami First Nation's leadership terms, and it allows us to be able to align with that and develop and actually implement action within the community. So this has been key to our success as an organization, and it's actually helped us quite a bit understanding community needs, because that community engagement component of it is what really built this document. And so that's what allows us to understand and invest back into the community. And then what allows us to do that, like I said, I touched on it a bit, but finance, employment and training, that allows our community members to participate within the industry, support their families, support for themselves, and leads to a healthy life. Community benefits, that's something that we really push for. And right now, working with industry, one of the companies that we were working with, has graciously donated some trailers that are now being turned into a recreation center in our communities. So that's another exciting thing. Something that we really negotiate for too is unbundling, and that is to unbundle a portion of contracts to support First Nation entrepreneurs and First Nation businesses. And this is actually what's really exciting, and I know Jason touched on it a bit, and for those who know how tough it is to get government grants to implement things into the community, it's very time consuming and it's a lengthy process. So by being involved and participating and in generating our own revenues through either partnership or performing our own businesses, we're able to give back to the communities. And what I mentioned before was on the so within the CCP and strategic plan, these are a few projects that were outlined within that. In March of 2024, we opened the doors to community with a new fitness center. It's an amazing space, top of the line equipment, and it's being utilized fairly well by community. Another project we're investing in is food sovereignty, and that's a I guess it's a pretty technical project, but it includes. It's going to be built off of our cultural center. And within that, there's like a 42-foot in diameter geodome. There's hydroponics, like butchering space, and those are things too to combat climate change and whatnot. Something that we're recently working on is the Odomino Center. I'm sure many of you, realized that last winter was fairly warm, and within our arena, we've been reliant on Mother Nature, which hasn't really allowed us to, provide ice for community members to skate. So what we're doing at Aki is investing into a cooling system so that we could offer at least, we're hoping at least 6 months of ice time for folks in the community and getting sports. And recently, we've recently purchased some land back. That's just up the road from Mattagami First Nation, and previously known as Twin J Hideaway. And right now we're actually trying to develop a strategy with that to see what we could really do with that space. I think some of the ideas with that is to focus it for mental health, wellness, culture, and but that's still ongoing. This wouldn't have been wouldn't have been possible if we did not have the chance to participate within industry and be successful within that, right? And this has really allowed us to expedite the process and not be solely reliant on government funding. So that kind of concludes what we have to say. We'd love to welcome any questions that anyone out there that may have, and yeah, just like to say Chimigwich.